Start your own business? Millions of brothers have turned to eBay to escape the rat race. Become your own boss and get the Power Seller Research ebook. It's a comprehensive, step-by-step guide that explains how to start an eBay business. The website is powersellerresearch.com. Again, that's powersellerresearch.com.
From Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show.
Oh yeah.
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning into the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of a radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No! I am your host. Write down our toll-free telephone number. You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Many of you have sent this story to us, and I'm going to read it to you right now for those of you who haven't seen it. This from Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm hardly surprised. With her 14 children in tow and pregnant with her 15th, Michelle Duggar, or Dugar, I don't know what it is, walked into Arkansas's capital on Wednesday to accept the state's Young Mother Award. With a smile, she said, "We're going from diapers right up to driver's ed." How old is this woman? 37. She homeschools her children, and she's helping to build a new home from the ground up. She started having her babies when she was 21, 4 years after she married former state representative Jim Bob Dugar. Jim Bob. It's Arkansas. Here's what Michelle Dugar said. She said, "We're letting the Lord give us the gifts that He wants to give us, and I'm open to more gifts. I'll take them one at a time or two at a time." The offspring include 2 sets of twins, and the parents have stuck to the letter J when it comes to picking names. So here are the names. Joshua, 16. Jana and John David, 14. Jill, 12. Jessa, 11. Jinger, 10. Joseph, 9. Josiah, 7. Joanna, 6. Jeremiah and Jedediah, 5. Jason, 3. James, 2. And Justin, 1. The new baby, due in 2 months, is most likely a boy, and they plan to name him Jackson. That's right. Maybe do a sleepover with Michael. You never know. That child won't know the sometimes crowded life his siblings now have in their small home with two bathrooms in Springdale. Jim Bob, he said there's usually a pretty good line in front of each one of them. For the past 2 years, the family's been building their own home in Tonatown, 7 miles from where they now live in northwest Arkansas. "Our house is like a giant cracker barrel," Michelle Dugar said. "It's got this huge porch. It goes on forever. We may get lost in the middle of it all." The 7,000-square-foot family project will have 10 bathrooms, master and guest bedrooms, a laundry room with 4 washers and 8 dryers, and 2 dormitory-style bedrooms, 1 for the boys, 1 for the girls. Those rooms will have bunk beds, said Jim Bob. Easily added for any new children. He said, "We've done the work from the foundation up. We're building it debt-free. We're doing it as we can afford it." Wednesday, the brood drove down from Springdale in the family bus to watch Mom receive her award from Governor Mike Huckabee. The girls and their mother dressed in matching red and blue plaid jumpers. Boy, that's hot, you know, when your wife is wearing a red and blue plaid jumper. Oh, baby. I just want to knock you up again. Look at you in that jumper. Oh, boy. And the boys? They all wore the same navy blue suit with a red bow tie. Their hair neatly combed to the side. Picture that. Now, I know it's Arkansas, and you can all say, hey, it's Arkansas, but I don't care, anywhere in the United States of America or anywhere on Earth. Should we really be giving people awards for cranking out as many as 14 or 15 children? Does that deserve an award? Are you kidding me? You got to be kidding. I, for one, do not understand why people want to have child after child after child. And that doesn't mean I don't like children or understand why people have them. If you want to have a child or two, great. And a third one, if necessary, okay. When you start getting up to 4, I was one of 4, and my mother was one of 10. Okay. When you start getting to the 4 and above stage, how much attention can you really give these kids? How much time can you spend with them? You know, people love to talk about quality time versus quantity of time, and you know what? How much quality is there when you have to be shared with all these other people? Is this really something to be admired, having all these children? Huh?
Oh, yeah. Leykis. Leykis.
Are the people who listen to your show, are they smoking crack before they call?
Probably, yes.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Should we be honoring people with awards and stuff for having, like, 14, 15, 16 kids? Should we be doing that? It's George on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, I love your show, and this is an outstanding subject to bring up. As I told the screener, I think it's ridiculous. This is exactly what's wrong with America. Maybe I should get an award for popping out the most illegitimate children and knocking up the most broads when I'm drunk and on drugs. I mean, what other awards are we going to give out? Cops, shooting the most people because they are trigger happy? I mean, it's just insane. Just because you have ovaries and reproductive organs doesn't mean they need to be used all the time.
That's right. I don't get it. It's like giving people an award for breathing.
Well, yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? I'm pregnant. I'm going to have another baby. I mean, there's a thing called birth control, and what it does.
Start your own business? Millions of brothers have turned to eBay to escape the rat race. Become your own boss and get the Power Seller Research ebook. It's a comprehensive, step-by-step guide that explains how to start an eBay business. The website is powersellerresearch.com. Again, that's powersellerresearch.com. For cranking out as many as 14 or 15 children, does that deserve an award? Are you kidding me? You got to be kidding. I, for one, do not understand why people want to have child after child after child. And that doesn't mean I don't like children or understand why people have them. If you want to have a child or two, great. And a third one, if necessary, okay. When you start getting up to 4, I was one of 4, and my mother was one of 10. Okay. When you start getting to the 4 and above stage, how much attention can you really give these kids? How much time can you spend with them? You know, people love to talk about quality time versus quantity of time, and you know what? How much quality is there when you have to be shared with all these other people? Is this really something to be admired, having all these children? Huh?
Oh, yeah. Leykis. Leykis.
Are the people who listen to your show, are they smoking crack before they call?
Probably, yes.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Should we be honoring people with awards and stuff for having, like, 14, 15, 16 kids? Should we be doing that? It's George on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, I love your show, and this is an outstanding subject to bring up. As I told the screener, I think it's ridiculous. This is exactly what's wrong with America. Maybe I should get an award for popping out the most illegitimate children and knocking up the most broads when I'm drunk and on drugs. I mean, what other awards are we going to give out? Cops, shooting the most people because they are trigger happy? I mean, this is just insane. Just because you have ovaries and reproductive organs doesn't mean they need to be used all the time.
That's right. I don't get it. It's like giving people an award for breathing.
Well, yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? I'm pregnant. I'm going to have another baby. I mean, there's a thing called birth control, and what it does, ladies, it controls birth, as it is very self-explanatory. You don't need to have a baby every time you get knocked up. And after you hit about 9 or 10 kids, Tom, well, don't you think this gal kind of went, maybe I should slow down instead of speeding up? I mean, it's like she's stepping on the gas trying to have more kids. I'm confused. I don't know.
That's what she's saying. She'll accept all the gifts God will give her.
Well, I mean, God can give infinite amounts of children to women who are fertile enough. Does that mean she should have 100? Where does it stop? 200, 300, and then the state pays for all her babies and all the...
That would be the same as giving me an award for how many women I've banged.
Exactly. I should get an award. Yeah, I mean, why not? What's next?
You know how many chicks I've nailed? It's unbelievable.
Well, I'm sure it's...
Get Arnold on the phone. I want an award from the state of California.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Let's write our legislators, guys.
So Wilt Chamberlain Memorial Award. I want the award.
Yeah, I want the Bang the Most Whores Award in Seattle, Washington. I mean, it'd be great to have the mayor give me an award for that. That'd be so cool. I just don't understand the
just for lifting that much weight.
Yeah, where does it end? I mean, where does the insanity end? That's my question: is where does it stop?
Yeah.
What's next? I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
And is this really good for the kids? I mean, does anybody care?
Oh, see, obviously it's not about the kids. It's all about her. And having more awards and more attention and more accolades. I mean, I'm sure all the news agencies have contacted her, and she's been on the Today Show and all this. But it's really about the kids.
Yeah, and you know damn well that, Procter & Gamble is backing the truck up to their house and delivering, diapers and Head and Shoulders and Dial soap. You know that.
Yeah, because what America needs, Tom, really is more 14 and 15 children families. I mean, the world isn't populated enough as it is right now.
Right.
I mean, let's have some 20 and 30-member families. This is really great for America. This is awesome. Anyway, I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of repeating myself, but I wanted to chime in. Keep up the good work and take me out old school, will you?
Here you go, George. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Angelina on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
I love your show, and I agree with your topic 100%.
Tell us why.
My maternal grandmother had 15 kids. My paternal grandmother had 20.
Wow.
Yeah. And...
Is that because she never heard of birth control?
First of all, I'm a first-generation Mexican, okay?
Yeah.
And in Mexico, this was very common.
Oh, you're first-generation American.
I always get mixed up with that, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, first-generation Mexican-American.
Mexican-American.
If you're first-generation Mexican, you'd be living in Mexico. You'd be born in Mexico.
You're right.
Okay.
Thanks for straightening me out.
I'm also checking for myself, but making sure I'm right by saying it out loud. Go ahead.
Mexican-American, yeah. Born here, but my parents are Mexican.
Right.
Okay. So, in the families, there are alcoholics, there are bums, bunch of losers, and a couple of the women have kept on the tradition. There's, I don't know, I guess she's my aunt,
You're not even sure what she is. I think she's my aunt.
13, 14 kids of her own, and get this, not one of them is from the same father.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And let me guess, none of the 15 fathers are sending child support checks.
She is the #1 welfare recipient.
There we go.
Yeah, so I am. And I'm in the military also, so it pisses me off that we're supporting them. We are.
That's right.
It just pisses me
right.
off.
These people have all these kids love to talk about how God is providing for them, but it's not God. It's usually the welfare department.
I agree. It's not God. It's WIC and the free cheese and the free milk or whatever the hell they get.
That's right. Food stamps.
Uh-huh.
Medi-Cal.
Yep. And then now certain L.A. districts I don't know if it passed or not. Remember when they were talking about giving the kids free uniforms?
Uh-huh.
Free uniforms. There you go. Free lunches.
That's outrageous.
Yeah, so God's not providing. We are.
You're absolutely right, Angelina. Thank you. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Renee on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Renee.
These people are absolutely insane. They should not get any award. They should actually be penalized and charged, in my opinion, extra taxes for all the money that their children are going to be draining. And the reason why their children are going to be draining society financially is because, just like the last caller, there is no nurturing. They're acting like dogs, like animals, figuring out how many they can produce. And there's no way that she can raise these children productive citizens because she doesn't have time. And actually, probably the reason why she's pregnant all the time is they're like, she hates.
All right, we can't hear you. I'd love to go on, but I can't hear. Every word is getting half cut off. Very tantalizing. But thank you. Renee, I'm sorry, just took Renee. Dave on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Dave.
Hey, I'll tell you what, my ex-wife, she tricked me into having kids with her. The first trick that she used on me is she told me that from an abortion she had so much scar tissue that there's no possible way she could get pregnant. So.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one before.
Yeah. And, of course, I knocked her up.
Of course, that's preparing you for the fact that she will never have an abortion. See, she's like ramping it up.
Right. You're right.
I mean, that's a red flag. Anytime a woman says, oh, I've got scar tissue from my last abortion, she's letting you know that she'll never, ever, ever have an abortion if she gets knocked up.
Oh, yeah. She was lying. She lies about everything.
Right.
But and the guy should never believe anything a woman says. If she says she's on the pill or if she says she's on birth control, she's full of crap. She's just lying to you and trying to get knocked up because they're in a win-win situation. They'll either get money out of you if they do get knocked up or they'll lock you into a relationship.
No doubt about it.
That's what my wife did with me. And then after we had our fourth kid, which she put a hole in the condom to have, she boned out on us, me and all four of my kids, and cheated on me with a guy at work and took off. Now it's just me and my kids.
Yeah.
I full custody of all four of them.
And so you're stuck now having to raise four kids.
My life is working. I also have a business, and I raise my kids. I mean, I'm up at 4 in the morning getting them ready for school.
Do you ever hear from their mother?
Once in a while she calls, but that's it. She calls about once a month. If that.
Yeah. What's she doing now?
She's in an apartment with this guy. He knocked her up now.
I'll bet.
Yeah, she told him that she had cancer, which she never had. Cancer of the ovaries, so she couldn't get pregnant. And he got her pregnant, so she's having a kid with him.
Boys, I hope you're hearing this. All the guys who say, well, she told me she couldn't get pregnant. Come on!
Guys, don't believe it for a second. You don't.
Sure you can.
It's a ton of work.
All these things women say, I'm allergic to latex, I'm allergic to birth control, I have scar tissue from an abortion, I have cancer of the ovaries, I had a hysterectomy. Don't ever believe any of that stuff.
Never, ever.
Please.
That's all they want to do. They're in the win-win situation. We're the ones who get screwed in the deal. You know, I love my kids, but my life now is working and raising my kids.
It's over. Your life is over.
It's done. I know. It's done.
34 years old.
Yeah.
May you rest in peace.
That's it.
I mean, death will be an improvement.
It will. It will. I got to agree. I mean, the only thing that went well is the divorce. I got the house, and I got the equity and my 401k, and everything was waived to me, luckily, as well as the kids, because she didn't want them, I guess. But
she loved being pregnant, apparently.
Yeah. So the guy that she's with now, he beats the hell out of her all the time.
Well, at least there you got a little revenge there.
Yeah, the last time I saw her, man, she was bloodied up.
I bet she loves it.
Yeah, I think she does like it.
Knock me up, baby. Slap me in the face and then knock me up.
But I'll tell you,
I want to have your baby. Beat me.
Don't trust them. Don't trust them a second. If they say they're on the pill or whatever they tell you, don't believe it. Put a condom on.
That's right.
And don't let them around the condoms.
Yeah, exactly. Bring them home yourself and hold on to them. Hang on a second, Dave. Jay, what do you want to say to Dave?
Hey, dude, how do you get tricked 4 times, man? I don't understand that.
I didn't get tricked 4 times, but I did get tricked 2 of the times.
Yeah, but I mean, after the first time, I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah, I take blame. I screwed up by not just bailing in the first place, but...
Yeah, you should have, man. I mean, she sounds like a bitch, but...
Yeah, I absolutely should have.
I mean, you have 4 kids, and then she bails on you. I mean, that's...
Yeah, but you know what? I didn't see that she was going to cheat and bail, you know, in the picture, and that was stupid of me.
Yeah, but
now
I mean, she seemed like a deceptive woman, you know, just from what you're saying. You know, she tells you that she can't have any kids, and, you know, and you end up having 4 of them with her, and then she bails on you and cheats on you. I mean, you should have known something was going on from the very beginning when, you know, she's lying to you from the start.
Yeah, I was stupid.
You know, I mean, you don't sound like a stupid guy, but I mean,
that was one of the stupid things that I have done. I should have, and believe me, I go to bed every night thinking about it. You know, I should have after that first kid, I shouldn't have stayed with her, and I did, and I was fooled into thinking that, you know, because I'm having kids with her, that I should marry her and have a life with her, and that is not what you should do. If it's not the right person, you need to.
You shouldn't marry somebody just because you knocked them up.
Absolutely not.
True. I mean, I got married when my wife got pregnant, but I mean, we were on the path already. We were already planning on getting married, and you know, luckily I don't regret it. You know, she wasn't, you know, what you ended up marrying. You know, I guess I kind of got lucky with that, but man, I feel bad for you.
Yeah, well, be careful because you can't trust any of them. I don't care how long you're married to them or how much you think you know them. You don't know them.
It could happen at any time. To anybody who ever believes any of those stupid things women tell them. Tell you what, should we be honoring people for having 15 kids or more? 1-800-5800-TOM.
The Tom Leykis Show. This is the Tom Leykis Show.
You bet. The 1-800-5800-TOM. Tom Leykis Show. Brought to you in part by The Girls Next Door. It opens tomorrow in theaters. And The Girl Next Door has been providing $500 in cash to selected callers who make it on the air all this week. Lots of people won. $500 in cash from The Girl Next Door, the ultimate guy fantasy, starring Alicia Cuthbert from 24. It's in theaters tomorrow. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. We're talking about the woman in Arkansas, Michelle Dugar. 14 kids, pregnant with her 15th, and she's accepting an award from the state of Arkansas. The Young Mother Award. Maria on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How are you?
Do you care, Maria?
I do, and I'm calling you because I couldn't agree more on this subject. I have a cousin. She is now 30 years old. She has 12 kids, Tom.
No.
Yes, she has 12 kids.
And she's 30?
And she's 30.
Oh.
She has had a kid every year. And not only that, by her loser husband. And this is to tell you, Tom, you're absolutely right. They cannot give their kids enough time. They cannot, there's no way she can give each one of her kids enough time. Not only that, Tom, in August of last year, her 2 older kids shot their dad dead here in San Bernardino.
Oh, my God. Probably didn't want him knocking her up anymore.
Yeah, he died. He was all over the news.
Unbelievable. And how did she react to that?
Well, now her way out is drinking. Now she's just drinking, not taking care of her kids and collecting her welfare check every month. And
isn't that heartwarming? Maybe she can get an award.
Oh, I know. And here I am working my butt off and paying a whole bunch of taxes every year. And she's just at home with her now 10 kids that she has at home. She has 10 kids collecting her welfare check and her food stamps every month.
And the other 2 are in prison?
The other 2 are in prison, and they got light sentences because of the way they grew up.
Right, so they'll get like 18 months at juvie or something, and then they'll be back out?
They got 5 years.
5 years. Will they serve 5 years? Probably not.
No, probably not. They just got sentenced, and that's, you know, that's it for her. I mean, she's just there. And now she says she needs to enjoy the years that she lost.
Right, so she's probably going out and partying and getting laid, yeah?
Yeah, and her kids are just at home.
Without birth control, and the kids stay home.
Well, she already had 12 kids, but she has to lose, you know? She'll have another 3, 4.
That's right.
You know, I don't think that she should be getting an award. There's no way she could give her kids enough attention. I've seen it with my cousin. She doesn't even have time for 2, 3 at a time.
Amazing.
Yeah, she's had kids every year since she was really young. And there's no way. She does this like, should not be getting an award. This is not something that we as Americans should be condoning and making parties out of. We're the ones, taxpayers, that are supporting these kids. And no, I don't think she should be getting an award at all. She shouldn't even be on the news. This is sick.
I agree with you on that, Maria. Thank you. Wow, what a story. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. That's great. You have 12 kids. And 2 of them conspire to kill their own father. So now you've only got 10 kids at home. The other 2 are in prison, and your husband's gone. And now you need to make up for lost time since you've been home raising these kids. And so now you go out, get drunk, and go get laid by other guys to make up for lost time. And the welfare checks keep coming. That's great. Brenda on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
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 Hi, Tom.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good. I wanted to talk to you and tell you how much I agree with this particular subject.
Do tell.
Do tell. Yes. I am a child support officer for Los Angeles County, and I watch this in and out every day. I watch the women come in, pregnant, trying to trap a guy, can't trap him, get on the system. Eventually, the poor guy's got to pay up the yin-yang for at least 18 years.
Yeah. And some of them don't find out till 5, 6, 7 years later.
Oh, at least. At least. Some of these women, I love some of them. They'll come in here and say, I don't know who the guy is. Have no clue who he is. And then all of a sudden, when their welfare cuts off, guess what? I know exactly who he is.
They can remember, yeah.
Right. And then we have to acquire an order for $10,000, $20,000 of back pay. And they didn't even know they had a child.
Now, does this have to do with the welfare reform a few years ago? Is that why all of a sudden all these women are figuring out who the fathers are?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. A good portion of it. That is the truth.
Wow.
It's horrible. And I watch them come in here. If they can't get one, they're more than willing to get pregnant and try for the next.
Unbelievable. No, it's believable because we talk about it all the time, but you see it firsthand.
I certainly do. And it just disgusts me. And I wish I had the ability to tell these people what I truly think of them.
I wish you had the ability to remove these kids from the home. That'd teach them a lesson.
I'm telling you. Because they don't care. They really don't care. It's all about who's going to take care of me. And who can I trap today.
Unreal. Thank you very much for the call. This woman in Arkansas getting an award from the governor. She has 14 children. She's pregnant with her 15. She's getting the Young Mother Award. Is that really the kind of role model that young mothers ought to have? Jason on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Jason.
How's it going, buddy?
Do you care, pal?
Of course I do. I listen to you every day.
I'm doing great. Thank you.
All right, cool. Well, my story is that I couldn't agree with you more. And my mother, she's in a family of 13 herself. And the reason why I agree with the subject is because my aunts and uncles, her brothers and sisters, they pretty much have their own politics within their family. And it's just falling apart. But some of her brothers, my uncles, they turned into mobsters. And they're really cool guys, but whenever we have a family meeting, I mean, they're always just the outcast. And it's just, I've seen some ugly stuff going on. And, you know, I'm all about family, but when it gets that big, there's always big problems.
Yeah, and people don't want to acknowledge it. I know my mother was one of 10 kids. At least 2 of them were alcoholics. And there were other problems in the family. One of the brothers, my uncle, came home after his divorce at 40 and continued to live at home.
Oh, man.
Now, that's screwy.
Yeah. I mean, when a family gets that big, only problems can happen. I mean, good things can happen, but there has to be some type of weird issues going on there also.
Yeah, well, so, I think you're right about that.
Yeah. Hey, also, can I get hooked up with the girl next door?
We already hooked everybody up, pal, but thank you. Appreciate the call. Tiffany on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
All right, Tiffany.
I just had a quick comment for you. I think the father should be given an award because having sex with someone who's had that many kids couldn't possibly feel good.
Imagine what she looked like after number 13 and number 14.
Exactly. Boobs down to her waist. Can you imagine?
And that National Geographic look that I love so much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you. Remember, my first porno when I was a kid, my first porn. I didn't see Playboy back when I was, 9, 10 years old. I saw National Geographic. That was breast to me, baby. That's right. Women with plates in their mouth and long, droopy boobs. Like the letter U. Oh, yeah. I thought a bone in your nose, for me, that's kind of like having a stud in your tongue. You know what I'm saying? Amazing. Imagine the satisfaction you could get being with a woman like that. Woo-wee! 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Carla on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Carla.
I'm a teacher, a high school teacher.
Yes.
Of course, Downey, the Hispanic population is probably the highest.
Mm-hmm.
Tons of kids in my classroom will have 12, 10, 9, 8 brothers and sisters. So, of course, these are usually my worst students, especially the girls, because not only do they have to come to school, but they have to do a million chores and take care of all the little brothers and sisters.
And they are probably taught that, when you're 14, your 27-year-old boyfriend will marry you and knock you up.
Exactly.
And then we start the whole process all over again.
Exactly. And the mothers seem to romanticize the babies. So every time there's a baby or one of the girls in the classroom is pregnant, oh, it's so romantic. And like I was telling Dean, the lady who takes care of my baby has 14 kids herself.
So who's taking care of her kids when she's taking care of yours?
That's exactly what I thought. She's a good mommy. She knows how to take care of them. But she takes care of my daughter while all hers are in school. Because I thought, who's going to take she's a babysitter for mine. How are you going to take care of mine when you have 14? And it worked out with my schedule that I drop her off when they're all gone, and I pick her up before they get home. So, and now that she's taking care of my baby, she's so in love with mine, she wants to have another.
No.
And her daughters are like, no way, no way. And her husband, being Mexican, of course, is the #1 womanizer. He has the 14 kids with her and another 10 spread around California somewhere.
And have any of the children been knocked up yet?
No. He has. Maybe this man makes boys. He has like 3 girls only.
Oh, really? How old are they?
The girls?
Yeah.
19, 18, 17.
That's coming soon, baby.
Yeah, it is. I am surprised that these girls are not pregnant.
They'll probably be pregnant by the time I finish this sentence.
And
wow, look at that.
Let me add something else to this beautiful family.
Yes.
She is a fanatical Protestant. She has her own church.
She has her own church.
Yeah,
well, she has a congregation living at home.
Yeah, so you know how those Protestants. No, I don't want to be rude or anything, but they make churches in every corner.
Her husband plays the organ.
Well, yeah, that was good.
He's playing in cathedrals all over town.
So she attends to her little flock. So she can't. There's no way she takes care of these kids. There's no way that she has time for. She has them all the way from 19 years old to I think the youngest is 6 or 7.
Amazing. And now she wants another one.
Because she sees mine. She thinks, she might. But God's going to give her another one.
Oh, yeah.
Like this other lady, the one from Arkansas.
Yeah, like God had anything to do with it.
Yeah, I'm amazed that a white woman has 14 kids the year 2004 in the United States of America. I'm amazed. And she was pregnant with another one. And she got an award. I'm up.
An award from the governor.
From the governor. That's just telling everybody else in Arkansas, go ahead. It's going to become a contest.
Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, I'm surprised, because they name all the arenas now. They're naming all the public buildings. They're selling corporate names. I really think that this award could be sponsored by Xerox.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
I've been out and about, and I've seen these crazy bumper stickers. I saw this one the other day that said, driver carries no cash, he's married. Why doesn't he just put a big bumper sticker that says, hey, I'm a pussy, my wife's got my balls?
I hadn't heard of that bumper sticker.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. That's a telephone number. Thank you for tuning in. We're talking about the woman in Arkansas. She's pregnant with her 15th child. She's winning the Young Mother Award from the governor of the state of Arkansas. Should we be giving honors like this? Police on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi. Are you sure it's just the Young Mother Award, or is it the Young Mother Freaking Whore Award?
Well, that's what it should be, right?
Yeah, but then I was thinking there should be, instead of a penal code against her, there should be a penile code. No penises should enter till menopause. And then I was thinking they don't have teeth in Arkansas, so she's probably very good at oral. And then they just continue from there. And since it's almost the end of the hour and I'd like to take my son to steak at Arnie Morton's and pay some parking tickets, how about the girl next door and $500, and I'll be a real good neighbor to you, Tom.
No,
I'll wash your car and your feet, and I'll work myself up.
Really? Well, you understand we already gave all the money away, but thank you so much for noticing that we were giving it away. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Denise on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Denise.
A long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm 24 years old. I don't have any kids. I don't want any kids. And I'm tired of my money going to pay for some stupid girl who got, knocked up 100 billion times. And, I lived in the South for about 2 years, and I could never get a job because, A, I was white, and B, I didn't have, 15 kids. So it doesn't surprise me that a state like Arkansas is giving away an award like this, which is just completely ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah,
so.
It's insane. I hope no other states are doing this. I hope our own state doesn't do it, for God's sake. We should be giving people awards for being childless.
Exactly.
That's the award we should be giving out.
Exactly.
People who don't use, especially if you're a state government, people who don't use up an inordinate amount of tax money. Your kids aren't, have kids going to school, getting vaccinated, getting school lunch programs, special education, whatever else kids eat up.
Give a tax break to the childless families,
Exactly. They're not using all the stuff they're paying for.
Exactly. I don't want to be paying for somebody else who I could care less about. It's about me. When do I get my tax break? When do I get my award? When do I get my money? Yeah, well, never, because people who have kids are the majority, and they vote, and every time there's another child tax credit or a child care credit or student loan credit or whatever it is, these people are right there in line with their hands out. Yeah, I don't want to hand out. I just,
And we who are childless are paying for all of them.
Exactly. That is completely wrong and completely ridiculous. It's like my boyfriend just found out that he has a 14-year-old son.
Oh, boy, he's going to be paying for a very long time.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Start your own business? Millions of brothers have turned to eBay to escape the rat race. Become your own boss and get the Power Seller Research ebook. It's a comprehensive, step-by-step guide that explains how to start an eBay business. The website is powersellerresearch.com. Again, that's powersellerresearch.com.